I always want to start from the beginning. I want to go a bit in depth. Talk to me a bit about your upbringing, your childhood.
Well, from West Belfast, obviously, everyone knows about the troubles that happened. I was on the tail end of that. So, I see, growing up, I thought my childhood was relatively normal because you didn't hear of anyone else's childhood. You just grew up around the same area, the same people, and like walking home from school, the street would have been blocked off that you normally walk home from, and there'd be police there and they'd say, "Oh, there's a bomb in the middle," or "There's a bomb scare in the middle of the street," and you would just shrug your shoulders and walk around the long way. And your mum would say, "Why are you late?" And you'd say, "Oh, there's a bomb scare," and she'd say, "Oh, okay." It'd just be normal stuff, or there'd be riots, or you'd be throwing bricks at police. Every time a police jeep drove down the street, everyone in the street would grab a brick and throw it at them and run. And that was just your life. That was your upbringing. That was the way you thought everyone grew up, really, until you grow up and you start talking to other people from other countries and you realise your upbringing was a little bit different from most people's. But all in all, I thought it was a relatively normal, fun upbringing. It wasn't scary or mad to me. It was just a regular upbringing.
You mentioned there about like the there's like planted bombs, things like that from the Troubles.
Yeah.
What did you see anything horrific that a bomb gone off or any bad kick-offs in the riots or anything like that at all?
Well, I saw plenty of riots. Every couple of months you would hear, "Oh, there's a riot up in say Lanadoon or Andytown." Everyone in that area would run up to get involved and throw glass bottles at the other side or at the police or stuff like that, and you'd see people getting stoned and stuff like that, like bricks thrown at them and stuff like that. But I never saw any bombs go off. Just a lot of bomb scares. I mean, there must have been a bomb scare every day or every other day walking about the area. So you're always seeing places cordoned off and stuff like that. But I always just thought it was just like, well, there's another bomb that's not going to go off, and just go around the little house. But and then obviously you would see British soldiers walking up and down the street and stuff like that. But no, I've never seen anyone get shot or anything like that.
Did it ever stop? So the bomb scares, did they ever stop during your childhood, or has it always been there until you left Ireland?
Yeah, I was always there when I was growing up and stuff like that. Even like I suppose I hadn't been on in a couple of years, but even like a few years ago, I remember being in Lanadoon and Tommy's house, and there's a bomb scare at his just up the street from him. So it's always there, and it's still there. Sometimes, not as often as it used to be, but it's still there. It's always going to be there, I think. I mean, if anyone sees a suspicious thing in Belfast, they're automatically, if they phone the police, it's going to be deemed a bomb scare. So I think it's always going to be deemed a bomb scare around West Belfast.
Talked about starting boxing. I finished reading Donald McRae's book about the Troubles and Jerry's story and the Holy Trinity, and they're saying about how Jerry's story sort of brought a togetherness in Ireland during the Troubles. How did you get into boxing?
Just see, again, in West Belfast, everyone in the community goes to boxing club. I mean, obviously there's like, say, England, people would go to football and stuff like that. Boxing was the stronghold in Belfast, and every single kid from every single area boxed for a week or two in their lives, every single one, anyone you ask. So it's just a natural thing that you get sent to a boxing club. My brother, he was getting into street fights a lot, and I was always with him, so I was always getting beat up. And my daddy just said, right, plan to the boxing club, learn how to defend yourself. So at 8 years old, I went to boxing. And at the start, it was actually just I was at the winter once, and it was just to get out of the cold. The youth club was 50p a week, or the youth club was 25p a day, and the boxing club was 50p a week. And my daddy decided to send us to the boxing club as well for cheapness to get out of the cold as well. So we went there and then just started getting good at it.
Do you remember your first day in the gym?
First day in the gym?
Or what's your earliest memory in the gym?
Earliest memory in the gym? I don't know. Do you know what? It was my brother he was a year older than me, so he got into spar, and I was a year too young to spar, and he got in and sparred someone, and he got beat up. He didn't get beat up. He got put his hands out the door. He got beat up by someone. I had reason. I jumped in. Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
It was my brother. He got in the spar, and he didn't do too well. And he jumped out of the ring, busted up face, and I was raising. I loved fighting back then. And I asked, could I spar? And said, you're too young. And I said, I want to spar. And I stuck on the gloves, and I battered a wee lot. And that's probably the first memory I have.
And what's your... Talk to me about the differences between your amateur boxing career and your pro career. Obviously, in your pro career, we all know you'll go and you'll fight anybody. Is it the same in amateurs, or because obviously amateurs you don't really know who you box until the day sometimes?
Yeah, see, amateur, I was completely different style. I was still charismatic, very charismatic, and thought I could beat everyone, but boxing my hands down and on the back foot and stuff, and I was never really a person to get involved in scraps and fights. I loved amateur, but I never really took it. Like I won most, like, all irons, all underage. And then when I got to senior, I fought Carl from him. He beat me the first year in senior, and I was still in the Irish team and stuff, and was doing really well. I went to the World Championships and all that, and, but I didn't really take it seriously. I was like drinking and living the normal teenager life, girls, and not really thinking about boxing as a career. It was just more a hobby. And then obviously when I got to big 21, who did I beat by? David Albert Joyce, I think it was, beat me, and in the All Irons, and I just said, you know what, I'll pack it in and just live the go to work, have drinks at the weekend kind of life. Until one day some guy asked me did I want to go pro. He'd fund me because I was a good amateur. I knew I was a good amateur, and he said, I'll fund you for starting out pro if you want to go to them. I was in the middle of a desk job at that time, and as soon as that phone call happened, I put down the headset that I had and walked out of the job and haven't looked back.
And how old were you when you got offered to go pro?
21, I think. 21, 22.
And what was the job? Like a call centre type thing, was it?
Yeah, it was a call centre, because what I actually it's I turned pro. Right, so I had a 2-year gap doing that, and I thought, fuck it, I'll turn pro out in America. I was saving up to go to America and blah blah, and then my girlfriend got pregnant, obviously before my kid, and that put a halt to me going to America. But I still went over for the date. I had promised them that I would do a fight over there, so I went over. I done the one fight that I promised. Came home and I decided, look, I've got a kid now. Boxing's not really going to pay anything, so I'll just go get a job. And so I started working. About a year later, I was in the job, and some guy from me said, look, you're a good fighter. I want you to succeed, so I'll pay you a wage a month if you can go out to Philadelphia again and have fights. And as soon as that happened, as I said, it was in LBM as a call centre. Got up and left the job mid shift, and was buzzing, and moved to Philadelphia.
And how long did you spend over in America fighting? I know you've had your first few fights over there.
I was over. See, that's the thing. I was over for 2 years, but it was so stop and start. It was like fight, and then I wouldn't get another fight for another 4 months. And then I get another fight, and I wouldn't get another fight for another 6 months. So it was 2 years, but there's only, in them 2 years, I think 4 or 5 fights I had. So, again, I just thought, look, I had another kid at this stage, and I said, look, I isn't paying enough. The guy that was paying me monthly wage, he went bust. So I just said, look, this isn't paying enough. No, I decided that I'd pack in America as well, and again retire. But my friend Mark Kinley at the time, he was promoting and managing, and he phoned me up and he said, look, MTK or MGM at the time are looking someone to spar Gary Matthews for the Terry Flanagan fight. I think if you go over to Marbella, where he was at the time, and do well, you could maybe get signed by MTK, and they're doing massive at the minute. So I went, right, this is right after Christmas. I said, again, I don't have any money, but I said, look, just get the flights, the accommodation is sorted. And they said, right. So I went into the house, I sold jewellery, I sold fucking Xbox games, everything that I could sell, I sold, got flight money, got money for to live on while I was over there, went over to spar. Didn't even have head guard. I had to go around the gym asking for head guards and sparring equipment. Got in and sparred Gary Matthews with the management teams all around watching. Thankfully, sparred brilliant. Got signed.
I want to go back to one thing you mentioned earlier. You said you've always been very charismatic. You're a big personality in the sport. A lot of people in the sport sort of put on a persona and a front and an act almost. With yourself, have you always had that charismatic personality outside of boxing as well?
Yeah, always. Like, even growing up, like, I don't know why I have such a charismatic approach to life, but it's just me. Like, it's not an act. I mean, people say, oh, you have to put on for the cameras and stuff. I put on for myself to enjoy myself. Like, even like getting the time I got that film, the Mary Kelt film, I got that role because I was so charismatic, and it's just in my nature to be louder than life.
Talk to me a little bit about your the thought process behind. Obviously, last time your press conference, you and your Tyrone came out in your suits, sword fighting. What goes through your head? A pair of you, just like you say, is it a bit of a laugh? And
yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing that for the camera." We're not doing that for the cameras. We're doing that because we enjoy it. We enjoy messing about. I mean, if you follow me, either me or from McCoy, you're going to know they're messers, and we enjoy doing stupid shit. And dyeing each other's hair and shaving heads and eyebrows and getting fake tans and all. So it's just something that we enjoy, and we enjoy entertaining people. And it was the first show that we were on in 2 years. It was a big occasion. Thrown me to say, well, I had to do something big. So we thought about it. Everyone thinks we're Dumb and Dumber anyway, so we may as well dress up like him, burst in sword fighting.
And when did you come up with that idea? How long in advance do you go, do you know what, fuck it, let's do this?
It actually was quite a few weeks before it. Sure, I had to get them suits made. They're actually decent suits, you know, they aren't costumes. But it was about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and we were thinking, right, we're a double team anyway, so we're thinking, what can we do as a double team? There was a few other things that were thrown out, I forget what they were, but it was settled on Dumb and Dumber. We actually watched Dumb and Dumber like 5 weeks before it. We were like, fuck, why am we going like that? So we got suits made from Chris Suter and done that. It worked out well. Did well.
I mentioned earlier as well, you in the professional game clearly up for fighting anybody, and you have done. You know, since fighting Garrido, really, you've been on a run of you know Anto, Jack Catterall, Benson, Foley, and even Mohammed in your last fight.
Yeah.
What gives you that sort of desire to go, I'll fight anybody? Is there a motivation behind it?
I don't know. Maybe going back to being born West Belfast kind of thing, but I mean, we're a tough city, and I can't get up for fights that I don't think are tough. I think I wouldn't train properly if I thought I was going to win a fight easily. I want to be in with hard fights and fights that make me nervous and fights that get me up in the morning. And then kind of fights are what gets me up. To do early runs, to diet, and to put it all in the gym. I'm a hard trainer. The reason I'm a hard trainer is because I don't want to get beat, and I don't want to. I know every time I go in the ring, it's going to be a war anyway. Like there's just something in me that won't let me box. It just wants to have a war, and I don't know what it is, but it happens every fight.
I was going to mention that as well. Do you ever get like a bollocking in your corner saying, "Listen, just use your advantages"?
See the last fight, Pete, I went back and started shouting. Pete Taylor was like, "It's fucking amazing! You're unbelievable! Keep doing that. Just jab, move, jab, box." I was like, "You know what? He's right. I'll just do that." And I must have been halfway through the second. I says, "What the fuck am I doing? Fuck this!" And put up the hands and started going for a war. And I went back and Pete just went, "What the fuck are you doing?" Just started giving it to me. But I don't know what it is. It's just I could box all day, but is that entertaining? Is that entertaining?
I want to talk about your fight with Jack Catterall, your only loss. How did you feel after losing for the first time, and what did you learn from that?
The way I lost, I did gain a lot of fans and a lot of people started to know who it was because it was a massive fight and it was entertaining. It was so close. I learned you can't take a backhand off Jack Harrell without going hitting the ground anyway. But other than that, I just think that if you could lose in a good way, I lost in a good way. I gained a lot from that fight. I gained a lot of experience. I gained a lot of fan base. But what was your question here?
What did you learn from the loss, and how did it feel to lose for the first time?
To lose for the first time was like immediately. Obviously, was gutted. It was the first defeat. After that, after a few hours of sinking in, I started to feel good because everyone's calling me saying how brilliant it was, and everyone. After a fight, you have so much people around you that makes it easy to forget about the loss. Then about say Monday or Tuesday when no one's around, you've got a week or two of fucking just being by yourself. Everyone's at work or everyone's at school or whatever, and then that's when you start thinking about it and you start thinking I should have done this right and I should have done that right and what if I had done this, and it does get you down a lot, but you have to shake yourself off and realise that losing isn't everything. It's everyone holds on to this like it's gold, but it doesn't mean nothing at the end of the day. I mean, I've came back from better people than me have came back from defeats and I went on to do great things, so it means nothing really.
You mentioned there that you sort of you think, oh, like what if? What I should have done this, I should have done that. Mm-hmm. Do you take that into, or have you taken it into your fight since that loss?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, after that fight, I think I've knuckled down even harder in training and better prepared myself for everything. I mean, obviously I trained hard for Jack Harrow and I'd done everything best that I thought I could, but there was elements that were missing and like S&C coach, I've now got an S&C coach, a nutritionist. I've never had a nutritionist in my life. But after then kind of tough fights, you realise that you need the extra 1%, and I've been putting that in the gym for that occasion.
And I want to move on to Golden Contract.
Yep.
Successful so far for yourself. Talk to me first of all about the tournament format, how you enjoyed, the whole picking opponents if you get the right balls and things like that.
But you know what? I didn't think, see when it was spoke to me, you're going to pick balls and stuff like that, it's all right. And it was weird during comp. I didn't know who I was fighting, and like normally you go out on a run, or you're hitting the bags and you're visualizing the person you're fighting, constantly, and you're going to bed at night and you're thinking about who you're fighting constantly. And with this format, I wasn't thinking of anyone. I was just going to bed, going to sleep, and it was going out running. I was just going out running, and it was weird that way. And but I wasn't nervous about the ball picking until about 4 days before it, and I was just like, I need to know who I'm fighting. I was really, really anxious. I was like, I need to know who I'm fighting, watching everyone and going, fuck me. And even on the day of the draw, the tension in the room and stuff, I love it. Like, I didn't think I would enjoy it or it would make a difference, but it does make a big difference, and I love it. And as I said, it was a decent amateur, so I was used to the kind of draw setting where you sit down, you get told who you're fighting on the day or the day before, and so it's very similar to that. I forgot what the nerves were like when you're at draws and amateurs, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it's a big opportunity for most of the fighters around it that don't really have a platform to showcase skills. Like Mickey Saki, I had never fought him in my life if it wasn't for this competition, and for him to get on Sky Sports and his name fight was a big opportunity for himself as well. And, I think it's very good. And it gets the fights that people want. Like me and Ohara Davies are fighting. I've been asked for that fight for 4 years, and it's never happened. But with this competition, this format, it has to happen, and it's great.
Talk about your last fight. Obviously, fighting Mohamed Mimouni. He was probably the tournament favourite throughout until he fought yourself. What was that like? Obviously, getting the win against the tournament favourite. Was there any nerves? Any what's the word I'm trying to look for? Was there any part of you that thought, "Oh, can I do this?"
Nah, see, to be honest, I knew from the start, like I think 4 days before I said to my colleague, if I draw him a moon, I think it's going to be a war. And he was like, "Bye, he's a boxer, and you're trying to be a boxer now, like under Pete's guidance, he's trying to get me to box more." And I said, "Nah, it's just the way he fights, the way I fight, it's going to be a war." And when it got through that I was fighting, I mean, as I said, I had proper buzzing. I was very confident. Almost barn leading up to was very much my main style, so I didn't have one doubt in my head that I was going to beat him. I knew it was going to be a hard fight, but I was confident. And then obviously when the fight got started, I was the first round I went out and I started jabbing and doing what Pete told me to do. It was easy. The first round was a gift. And I went, fuck me, this is going to be a gift. And I'm back, Pete's buzzing. And then just every round, it's hard to keep him off you because he is obviously a world class fighter. And it was just hard to keep him off you. And got dragged into a war and enjoyed it. I love wars. I love digging deep and standing and taking punches and throwing back punches. It's what I love, so suited me down the ground.
Beating him, does that make you the favourite for the tournament?
See, I would say so, but I don't know, people are still fancying Ohara. I don't mind. I don't care who's favourite, who's not favourite. It's on the day, it's what happens in the ring. It's not nothing to do with who the bookies think or who the public think. It's if you believe in yourself, and I do believe I'm going to win this competition, so I'm buzzing. That's a fight I've been wanting for 4 years. I've been asking for 4 years, I've built up for 4 years, and it's finally happening. There's no way I'm going to beat.
And before I got into Ohara, one question I forgot to ask you earlier. It's going back to the Catterall loss. You mentioned basically your stock had risen in defeat. How did that feel? Was that weird to know that although you'd lost, you still had gained a lot?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like a bittersweet thing. I got beat, but the way which I got beat gained me notoriety, and people started realising who Tyrone McKenna is. I mean, before that, people were saying, "Oh, it's Tyrone McKenna's a mouthpiece who can't really fight. He can talk a talk, but he can't walk a walk, as to say. But from that fight, I realised that no, Tyrone McKenna talks shit, but he also is quite a good boxer and can dig deep and go for wars when it looks like he can't and dig in the trenches. So it was a bittersweet thing.
And finally, on to Ohara. So there's been a bit of needle between the two of you. Like I say, you've wanted it for 4 years. There was a whole situation, little say handbags when he was being interviewed with Coogan at York Hall. Talk to us about that. Is that beef real? And how real is it? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's 100% real. See, I think when you start a beef with someone with a boxer, like calling them out and stuff, it doesn't start off real. But then gradually, after 6 months, after a year and a half, it starts to really get real and get intense, and you do be proper annoyed when you see the man or you hear the man speak and call you names over and over again. So yeah, and it didn't start off real, but after 3 or 4 years of interviews and shit talk and all that shit, it does get real and it does get to you, and I'm just happy that it's finally happening. I know he is being awful nice the last month or two. He's changed his tune. He's humble with these. He's saying I'm a terrific fighter and all. And I don't know what's going on.
Could that be because he's now having to fight you?
You know what? I believe so. I believe he's realised, fuck, I have to actually maybe fight Tyrone McKenna. This is before the finals, or the semi-finals happened. He's like, fuck, I might have to actually fight him. Let's start being nice to people. Because I don't think he can handle the pressure of like me. I love the pressure of hating my opponent and everyone giving me grief or giving him grief and the build up being intense. But I don't think he likes intense build up. I think he likes to be semi-friendly to his opponent, so that there isn't that kind of pressure, because it's a completely different pressure if you hate the man and the man hates you. So I think he's trying to downplay it all and have a non-confrontational build-up.
You say it always starts off as fake beef as such. At what point does it turn? Why does it turn? Or in this case, what was it that made the hatred for you between you and Ohara?
See, at the start, obviously, he was a name. I wasn't a name. And the super lightweight, and I just started calling him out because I wanted to fight him. I thought I could beat him. And he was taking no notice. He was saying, you're a bum. Why would I fight you? He's a bum, blah, blah. And that's fair enough, because I wasn't nobody. But after a while, I started building my profile, and he's continuing to call me shit. And I'm calling him shit and stuff. After a while, it just starts escalating. So it might be, I wouldn't call it a fake beef at the start. It's just me wanting to fight Ohara Davies, and then it started getting development. I don't know where or when it actually happened, but it happened along the way, and it just started escalating, and until there was a serious heated rivalry, and I couldn't actually tell you where it started. But he says shit about like Paddy Barnes' missus. He said derogatory things to the Irish people. He's told me to go back home when I was over in England. He's called us inbred cunts. I mean, there's borderline racism to Irish people, and he's on saying you should be racist to people, but Hitler's him in the same fucking breath saying that shit. He's given shit about my family. He's said a lot of shit, so there's stuff he can't go back on, and I just can't wait to fight him.
So he's just crossed the line as such. Yeah. Like you say, there's building up rivalry for a fight and building up a fight, and then there's going too personal.
Yeah.
In terms of that scuffle at York Hall during that interview, what had actually happened? What went through? Because obviously no one really knows. Was there punches thrown? Was it a little bit of sort of tussle rolling about
No,
the floor.
see, I'll tell you the whole story. So Tuesday, I think it was, or Wednesday, of the quarterfinals of the Super Fallers, where we're on. So me and Tyrone McKenna in the hotel, the lobby, and Lee comes over with. He's on Instagram live with Ohara Davies, and he comes over and he puts me on the phone. I didn't know what was happening. I looked at the phone, and Ohara Davies sitting there staring at me during that live feed, and he says, "Ah, you fucking inbred cunt." And I said, "What?" He said, "Look at you, inbred cunt," and started saying that shit to me, and I went fucking nuts. And he said I said I'm going to smash him. He said he's going to smash me and all this shit. So we had a big argument on Instagram live. I was fucking fuming. I was raised about like proper fucking blood was boiling. And so MTK would calm me down. Next day they would calm me down and said, "Look, you better not go. Ohara Davies is going to be at the face. You better not go fucking near him." And I said, "Look, he's the one that said he's going to smash me. So we'll see." And they're just saying, "Look, if you go near him or if you hit him, blah blah, you're in this competition, 100%." Kept on saying that to me, "You can't go near him." So I was like, "Right, fuck it," and got to the fight night, and he's ringside, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll walk past him. Hopefully he starts with me. Then it's not me. It's fucking started this shit. It's because of the warnings from MTK." So I walked past him once. He definitely saw me. Didn't do nothing. Walked past him again. Walked past him 3 times. Fuck off. So, fuck me. He's gonna do fuck off. So I sat down, ringside, and I went. I was still fuming about it, and I was waiting and waiting. And I saw him go outside with Cook and Cassius, and I seen him going out the back. I didn't see him go outside, and I ran out the back where the change rooms were to confront him, and I said an MTK manager, I said, "Here, do you see Ohara Davies?" And he said, "You better not go fucking near him." And I said, "I won't." And then I ran outside and I saw him. And I was like, right, in my head I was like, right, I can't smash him, but what can I do here? So I just shouted at him, and then he gripped me. And as he gripped me, I was like, "Do I punch him or can I punch him?" And then by that stage, Coogan had already dropped the camera and we broke it up. Cook and Cassie just dragged me in and said,
So we say you got some warnings from MTK management saying if you do this, you're out. To your knowledge, did Ohara get the same warnings?
"Don't think so, no. Probably not. I'm very wound up. Like, you could make me do anything just by winding me up. And I think everyone in MTK knows that. So I don't think O'Hara's the same kind of fucking temperament as me. So I don't think he needed it."
And then finally, just give me a little bit about, when it comes round to finally having fight night. Obviously, how'd you see it going? How pleased are you to be getting the fight?
I'm fucking buzzing about it. Like, it's been a dream fight of mine for years. I'm excited about it. Don't get me wrong, I think Ohara has serious power. But I think that's all he's got. With the work with Angel, or is that his name, Angel?
Angel, yeah.
Yeah, I think he could be a completely different fighter by the time I fight him. Because Angel is a good coach. They look like they're gelling well. And obviously he's going to be training hard and different kind of style. But I don't think Angel takes slack from where he's had trainers in the past. I think they'll let him get away with shit. I don't think Angel's going to be a kind of coach. So I think it could be a different Ohara Davies by the time I fight him. But at the minute, from what I'm seeing, all he has really is a massive right hand. You take that away from him and he has nothing. And yeah, I'm just I believe the fight. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be a big pressure fight for both of us. I mean, we've been talking this shit for the last number of years, and he's been called me a bum, so he's not going to want the bum beating him in his own backyard. So I think it is going to be a big pressure fight. There's going to be a lot of support coming over for me, and I believe the first few rounds are going to be cagey, but it's maybe a bit cagey, and a bit worrying. But as it settles in, I think I'm just going to overtake the pressure. It's going to get them the volume of punches, the pace. He doesn't like high pace fights. And I just think that's going to get them, and where I'm down, I think I'll stop him before the 10 rounds is out.
You mentioned about him now with Angel Fernandez and what a positive impact it could have on him. What about a negative? I mean, since this tournament started, I think he's had about 3 coaches. So Angel, had Tony Cisse, and I think there's somebody else as well.
Yeah.
Could it have a negative impact on him?
Well, see, he does chop and change coach a lot, but it does seem like them two are getting on well, I think. I think he's very happy with Angel, the way he's speaking about him, the way they're training together and stuff. So I couldn't say having a negative impact on him. I think it can only be positive. I think they're going to have gelled well. I think his last fight, he actually one of the better performances he's had. So I think they're working it well, but I don't think it matters. I think, as I said, they got Angelino Dundee out of the grave to train him for 10 years. He still wouldn't beat me. It doesn't matter who he's got in the score, but it could have a positive one for his future fights.
Perfect. That's everything I wanted to ask you, mate. I really appreciate your time today.